Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to analyze when you should start touching your Advantage Plus or CBO campaign and start optimizing it since the day that you launched it. A little bit of theory, we're going to go also on my PC and show you some things that I showed you in some other videos, but I think that it's better to have them also here to just make it even more concrete as a video. The ideal scenario here is, of course, to leave it for 24 hours. If you are really experienced, you can touch it in the first 24 hours, but most of the times I like to go with the rule of 48 hours. I'm going to show you one case that I didn't follow this rule and I was wrong.
This situation is a blood-soaked, nightmarish hellscape.
48 hours, I think it's a good mark. Now, if you have results on your ad account, if you're having 0 results on your ad account or you're having problems, in the first 24 hours, you can go and you can check. If you're getting a CPM of 20 and you get in your new campaign 50, you have to close it. If you're getting a cost per click of $10, while you were getting other cost per clicks, you have to close it. Only if crazy things are going to happen, you can actually go and intervene. For example, you have a campaign of $300 and you see one ad taking all the budget with very bad CPM, very bad cost per click, you have to close it, okay? Intervene only in the first 24 hours if something is really crazy. Then we go to 48 hours, which we have a better picture of how the CBO or the Advanced Plus campaign is going to move, and this is when we are starting touching initially. And after that, we have all the videos that we explain how we optimize, and I'm going to create also a video later, maybe in the summer, I guess, with all the videos that we have to go, we have to make and they go live on when you should stop your optimization and lower the budget, for example, because this is also a question that I get all the time. Before we go to my PC, just a little bit of more theory. When we are talking about higher ticket items, maybe you should have to wait more. I have seen in several accounts that we have higher ticket items like an AOV of 200, 300, 400, 500, 1000. When you see that, maybe you need to wait 5, 6, 7 days instead of waiting 48 hours. 48 hours is for the lower ticket items or the comfort zone items, as we call them, up to $150. By optimizing campaigns, you are also getting a feeling of how long you have to wait. So this is also a personal thing, and this is a thing that and the skill that you are getting based on how long you're on the ad account and you're keeping optimizing and you're getting a feeling of how many days you should leave it before touch it and all of that. So this is also an experience that you will get there. But for sure, as a general rule, I wouldn't touch something if something crazy is not going to happen in the ad account or in an ad. I wouldn't touch it in the first 48 hours. I wouldn't watch it also during the day to take decisions and stuff. I will just watch 2 full 48 hours in order to decide. Unless if we're talking about an high AOV product that you have to wait for more, or if we talk about your personal experience with an ad account that you know that you have to wait more for sales to come. When you're closing things on the first 48 hours, 72 hours, you need to work also with checkouts or one step before the final event in order for you to be able to notice if there is some delayed reporting. You have to calculate into your optimization and you have to be a little bit more flexible. Back in the day when we didn't have delayed reporting, I was optimizing in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, I am fast. I'm very fast. I'm like Forrest Gump.
Now that we have delayed reporting, I'm actually a little bit more flexible.
Parkour!
Not so flexible as the high AOV ad accounts, but I'm a little bit more flexible because you might have delayed reporting of up to 72 hours. But how do we do it? Of course, we're going to check historic data on the ad account. We're going to see how many checkouts do we have and how many purchases. If traditionally we're getting every 2 checkouts, 1 purchase, every 3 checkouts, 1 purchase, and in our new campaign, we see an ad set that is having 7 checkouts, for example, and 0 purchases, then we know that we're expecting some sales to come. There is no way that this ad set or this ad is just going to have its own conversion rate of the funnel. Eventually, by the time it's going to end up having 3:1 or 2:1, whatever we have on the ad account, ratio between checkout and purchases. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my new mentorship programs, and I would love if you go to the website. You're going to find the link in the description, or you can find it in the menu of my website, and over there you're going to be able to see the different mentorship programs that I have. You can find the one that is going to fit better your needs, and I will hope to see you there. So We're following also that, and especially the first 48 hours, that we don't have a flow of results. We are not running the campaign for a month. We don't have that, so we are going to have a little bit of a buffer time. So we are a little bit flexible on these ad sets to leave them more than 72 hours or 4 days or 5 days. In order for us to see if the sales are going to come, which are going to come. The point is if at that point is going to be profitable or not, in order to decide if we will keep it or not. So be really careful with checkouts, because the checkout ratio cannot be different in any campaign. It has to follow the same situation with a whole ad account, unless if we talk about another funnel or another product which has completely different KPIs. Just to recap, we said we do want to wait 48 hours. Here we are in an advanced plus campaign, and we had a very bad ad over here, which in the first 48 hours it took all of the budget, as you can see. And when I turn it off, after that point, the campaign it's profitable. So this is a right decision, and it's a decision that I took in the 8th. We were not running, so in the 9th, we have this situation over here: 0 checkouts, 0 purchases and stuff, and the next day, we are just having 1 sale, but still it's taking all of my budget, so I have to intervene. So in the second day, even while it had 1 sale, I didn't give it time. I just closed it in order to another ad become the leading ad, and it actually worked. This is another account which is having good results in the other advanced plus campaigns. Now, if you have another account which never has good results, the results that you want, then closing this doesn't mean that the other one is going to work. But here I have a very good sense on this other account based on the fact that it's working and I'm doing pretty well. This month alone I'm having 3.78. I know that my numbers are close to that. You see, I'm kind of getting the same numbers across the advanced plus campaigns. So over here, I knew that I wasn't happy with the results that it was giving me. Later on, it started having some sales, giving some ROAS, but I don't care about that. I care about the fact that from the 3rd day and on, I was profitable with my campaign. So this is a situation that in the first 48 hours, I had to close. Sometimes though, I might have to take an action on the first 24 hours. If you ask me, maybe I should have closed this ad immediately over here because I had 0 checkouts or anything. But now, let's move on another account that I will show you the exact opposite. Okay, so this is another situation. In the first 24 hours, I came to this campaign and I closed this over here, which was having the same spend as this. And as you can see over here, it was having 0 checkouts and stuff. And then I'm going today and it's actually getting sales. I decided to turn it on again. So because, you know, I'm getting some sales. So was I super fast on taking a decision of closing? Actually, this is a campaign that I'm still in the process of optimizing it. And these are the other campaigns that I'm having right now, which are actually working. Was I super fast on closing this one? Maybe. Should I have closed it on the previous case that I showed you earlier? Again, you can never know. I think that just 24 hours just make you make more mistakes, including me, okay? So 48 hours is a good buffer period for these ad accounts that they are operating with faster sales, not for the higher AOV items. You have more data in the 48 hours in order to decide if you can take a good action or not. And you can see that in these 2 cases, just by the first 24 hours, you can make really easy mistakes, while the second day can come and you can have delayed reporting or another situation based on the data that it gathered the previous day. The next day it can work really well and so on. So be careful, don't do any changes on the first 24 hours, just do every 48 hours. I mean, don't close things on the first 24 hours. Close something if you want in the first 48 hours. And after that, watch your ads daily. See if you have to do any change. You don't have to do changes. If you don't have to do it, don't do it. If it makes sense to do a change, do it by watching the average results of the last 7 days. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit different example, which is for higher AOV. Over here, we have a campaign which started on the 22. Okay, it started on 22. it spends 337, 0.03, 23, 0.12. This is a $500 campaign, I think, okay? 0.35 on 24, on 25 it has 0.3, then it has 6.83, 27, 28, again a small one, it doesn't matter, and so. And if we see on the last 7 days, this. Now, most people, but okay, it's not fair to say that because we don't know what people would do, but if we see from here to here, we can see that it has spent 1,700 with 0.78. If we see the campaign in the whole period, we can see that it's on 3.74 with 13k spent. This is another account which is having high AOV, so it's taking more time for the sales to come, and a lot of times the sales that are coming are not the actual volume. I know because I have observed this on this other account. This is why I'm giving it more time. Also, it's another account which is spending more money. So even if I make a mistake on this campaign, this 1,700 on these days is nothing if you spend on just these days 60k, for example, okay? It's going to be diluted within all of this spend. This is also another case where you see me that I'm much more flexible because whatever I teach you guys, I'm doing it. I'm much more flexible over here because it's a high AOV item and I have observed that the ads need more time. Have I done mistakes over here? 100%. Initially, I was more aggressive here, but then I realized that I was doing mistakes. So I started adapting and changing my strategy in terms of how flexible I'm going to be with this ad account. And this summarizes everything that I want to show you about this topic, and I will see you for the closing of the video. So that's all I had for you. This is a question that I get a lot, and I wanted to make a more detailed video to explain it. Don't forget, guys, that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, my course, or my website, or my mentorship programs. And until we meet again, be creative and be consistent.